country is Denmark. I am Ryan Nelson. I am a Running Start student working to get my associate's degree in arts and science. I love traveling with my family, and I chose Denmark because my mom and I want to travel there someday. Interesting facts about Denmark is the capital is Copenhagen. Its recognized regional language is German, while the official language they speak is Danish. Places of interest there is the Tivoli Gardens, which is an amusement park, and the Little Mermaid statue, which unfortunately is a target for vandalism. The statue was built in 1913, and Odense is the hometown of the famous writer Hans Christian Andersen. The political system in Denmark is a multi-party structure where several parties are represented in the parliament. The Kingdom of Denmark is a constitutional monarchy where the monarch serves as head of state. Their current queen is Margaret II. Legislative power is vested in both the executive and the national parliament. Denmark's multi-party structure has 2 or 3 strong parties and 4 or 5 other important parties. No one party has had an absolute majority in the Folketing since the early 20th century. No one party has created a government by itself since 1982. The judiciary branch is officially nominated by the monarch upon the recommendation of the Minister of Justice, with the advice of the Judicial Appointments Council, which is a 6-member independent body of judges and lawyers. Judges are appointed for life with retirement at age 70. Their highest court is Supreme Court, much like us, and it consists of 18 judges with a court precedent. Their subordinate courts consist of a special court of indictment and revision, 2 high courts, maritime and commercial court, as well as county courts. Economic challenges and trends. For decades, Denmark has struggled with several so-called balance problems, with high unemployment, current account deficit, inflation, and government debt. They have a modern market economy with a high dependency on foreign trade. Their public debt is 34.2% of GDP as of 2018 and 759.286 billion DKK as of 2018. DKK is Denmark's currency. Their population as of March 2020 is 5,785,549, which is equivalent to 0.07% of the total world population, ranking them at 115 in the list of countries by population. Their yearly growth rate is 0.35%, and Denmark's most common age is 42.3. Denmark's gross domestic product, GDP, is 324.9 billion USD as of 2017, and GDP per capita 56,307.51 USD as of 2017. GDP's growth rate is 2.2% annual change as of 2017, and government's debt is 35.5% of GDP as of 2017. Denmark's life expectancy is 81.2, with men on average of 79.3 years and females on average of 83.2 years. They have the 23rd highest life expectancy. Their top 5 leading causes of death in Denmark is coronary heart disease, lung cancers, lung disease, Alzheimer's, dementia, and stroke. An overview of education in Denmark consists of preschool, primary and lower secondary education, upper secondary education, vocational education and training, higher education, and adult learning. Preschool, which is optional, is followed by 9 years of compulsory education in primary and lower secondary school. The upper secondary education system includes a range of opportunities. Academic programs allow students to apply for entry to higher education. Vocation programs are aimed at direct entry to labor market, much like our vocational schools. In 2016, Denmark's poverty rate was 5.8%. In 2018, Denmark's risk of poverty or social exclusion is 17.4%. Unemployment rates. In 2018, Denmark's unemployment rate was 20.1%. In December of the following year, it was down to 5.1%. Cultural pluralism in Denmark. Low-income immigrant neighborhoods in Denmark are described by the government as ghetto communities. Danish newspapers label them as ghetto parents and ghetto children. Starting at the age of 1, ghetto children must be separated from their families for at least 25 hours a week, not including nap time, for mandatory instruction in Danish values, including the traditions of Christmas and Easter, and learning the Danish language. Non-compliance could result in a stoppage of welfare payments.